Okay, let me check. Kan jy my hoor nou? Oh, yes. Ja, ek probeer nou iets 'n bietjie anders, so ek moet net seker maak of hierdie eintlik werk. So nou, ja. So, okay, cool. Ek wil net seker maak. Dan moet ek ook net sien dat hierdie klank en alles ook werk aan hierdie kant. Ja, maar ons altyd issues met inputs en outputs en al daai goedjies. So, ek gaan gou 'n bietjie hierso speel. Kan jy my laat weet as jy iets hoor? Hoor jy iets daar? Ek dink ek moet eintlik die output capture nou staan. Okay. Ek moet eintlik dit dan doen. So dit gaan oor die output capture. Kom ek kry hom gou. Loop back. Ek hoop hierdie gaan werk. Ek is bang jy hoor nou dubbel van my stem. Kom ek check gou. Kom ek sort hierdie bugs uit terwyl ons nou hier is. Okay, so dit word dan te gestuur. Kom ek check gou hierso, hierdie kan net van my wees. Okay, ek dink dit werk nou. Ek dink nou werk dit. Kom ek check gou. Wat is hierdie een? Okay, kom ons check gou. Okay, one sec. Okay. Dit is jy praat daar twice meer. Okay, so die Guitar Pro is reg, maar ek is nou dubbel. Kom ek check of ek dit kan kry. So, dit sal hier so wees. Maak toe, gaan dan toe. Kom ek probeer nou. Hoe is dit nou? Ek check net gou. Is dit nou beter? Ja. Ek glo dit sal nou beter wees, want ek dink ek stuur nou net een audio channel. Maar ja, dis... Okay, perfect. Dankie Richard, jy's 'n legend. Ja. Okay, so kom ek delete net die ander goed, laat ek nie te mekaar raak nie. So hierdie een is die een waarmee ek nou praat. Kom ek kyk hier so gou, so dis die oor die output capture, oor die input capture 3 is die een wat ek wil hê. So kom ek delete die res. So nommer 2 kan maar gaan. Nommer 3 is die een wat ons wil hê. Daai een kan maar gaan. Okay. Nou dink ek behoort alles reg te wees. Right. Baie dankie Richard. Dit sou regtig gesak het as ek nou hierdie hele ding gedoen het sonder audio. Oei, jene. Okay. Kom maak gou so. Sit daai window daar, hierdie en daar, en dan kan ek sien. Right. So kom ek begin by die begin. Megadeth. Ek het always Megadeth geskip toe ek klein was. I think I only started listening to Megadeth in about 2019, maybe even 2021 even, because I got into Metallica, and like Megadeth was sort of seen as the rival school that you can't give attention to. So I sort of skipped Megadeth, and then my friends just all told me like, listen, Tornado of Souls is the greatest metal solo ever, and I'm like, okay, cool. Let me have a listen to it, and then I listened to it, and initially I was a bit it didn't meet the expectations because the hype was like so high. Everyone was building it up to be the greatest solo of all time. And then I listened to it, and I expected it to be much more complicated, much more sort of just everything. So I was a little bit disappointed. But then I kept listening to it, and it just kept growing on me, and I'm like, holy crap, this is an incredible solo. Like, it's actually really freaking good. So then I actually got into it, and I'm like, all right, now this is a really good piece. And then my favorite guitarist, Temo Mantisari, must join Megadeth, and now I'm like, okay, now I have to learn the solo. So yeah, how I pretty much go about learning any sort of complicated piece of music is I'll download an isolated track of it. I can't remember. I think I found this on Instagram or something. I'll just download that, and then I'll add it into Guitar Pro. I'm using Guitar Pro 8, and then I'll align it with the grid, because I now want to map out every single note, every single beat, every single piece of it. And it is a bit tedious, but the thing is, I learn so much about the piece in and of itself in this process, and it helps me to memorize everything that's going on. So before I even grab the guitar, I just use my ears and I analyze this thing ad nauseum. So I've divided it into various sections. There's 6 sections. Some are a lot easier than others, and some are just really melodic. Like, I think section 5 is the one that everyone pretty much knows. Yeah. Yeah, that part. Oh man, super cool. But really quick, and I think I've tried playing this a couple times on the guitar, just by ear, and it's too much of a stretch for me. Like, I think you have to stretch from like 17th fret to 10th fret or something silly. So it's a little bit too far for me. So I'm gonna see maybe if I can find a less ergonomically complicated way to play it. But yeah, but there's some really cool stuff in here. A lot of bends, a lot of sort of slides, and it's not all in one tempo, which is the most frustrating thing ever when I was aligning it to the grid. Like, this bit here is 196, and then we go to 194 just for one bar, and then 195 for another bar, and then it just keeps going. There's all these little tempo jumps here, just like trying to keep it consistent, but it keeps deviating slightly. I think it's because they maybe didn't record it strictly with a metronome or something like that. So it does have a little bit of ebb and flow. It doesn't align perfectly on the grid, but I'm gonna tab it out as if it was perfectly aligned on the grid, just so that it's easier for me to practice it. It's very difficult to practice something that isn't rooted in a specific beat or subdivision, so I'm rather just gonna do it like this. Best thing to do right now is to slow it down. So I'll just go 2, 3, 4. So it's like starts slightly before on beat 4. So it's like, okay, so it's like, because it sounds like it slides down from 6. Okay, then he bends this up a little bit. Okay, for the whole bar. Okay, Okay, so let me bend it up, but it's very, very slow. Oh, it's not a full bend, it's a half bend. Okay, so let's go. 2, 3, 4. Kind of vibratos at the tail end of it, so let me actually break this up into 2 and then make this a 4. This sounds more like a 16th note than a 8th note. So let me insert a 16th note here. Okay, no, it's even earlier. So it's like a... Okay. So let's make that a slide. Okay, then it starts. Down, down. Down, down, down. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, so 1. A little bit dotted. Down, down, down. Down, 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 down. Okay, I think it'll be quarter note dots. Okay. I know there are these little I'm not going to tab those out at this point. I just want to get the essence of the actual thing before we fill in all the minor details and everything. Okay, so this can't be that because it needs extra space there. It's going to be a tied note there. Okay, then I think it's there. Okay. Wow. Okay. Okay, so your vibrato is quite high. Okay, to make it easier for myself, let me do it like this. Can we make that 16th notes? Yes, that. So cool. Guess that. So it starts earlier. Okay, so it chills there for a bit. Okay, so that's how that goes. One, two, three. Because it's gonna be double. 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay, then it bends to like a 8. Oh my word. One, two, three. Okay, it sounds like he bends that. So let me just bend that up. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, down. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, down. Okay, 1, 2, 2, 3, down, down, down. 1, 2, 3, down. Okay, so that can't be that. It has to be something over here. So this has to bend up a semitone very, very gently. Maybe. Okay, I think that might be it. Down, down. Yeah. The reason I'm mainly doing this is because, like, I know there are tabs already, but I mean, whenever I try to learn something that's complicated like this, it helps to really do it myself, especially when it's this like complex. Because just looking at a tab, I have to rely on another player's sort of idea of how to place the specific fingers, how their sort of interpretation of the rhythm is, because not all of it will be correct. It's a great starting point, but this really helps me to actually understand what is going on in the piece. It does obviously take a lot longer. I think it must be horrific to listen to, but this is the process of this is the learning process, the ugly part that no one really shows when it comes to anything guitar related. It's like it's the boring, tedious process of trial and error, trying to figure this thing out. But this is exactly what I encourage my students also to do. You have to struggle through it like this, because right now I am getting very acquainted with this first phrase, because I know now, okay, it works like this, and I know there's these specific sections that I can make easier using actual notes instead of vibrato or bending or whatever. So it does help to actually just map it out visually without any sort of distraction. I mean, if I now just take off the speed and I start from the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. So then, obviously, if I mute the original, it's not going to sound as fantastic. Because I substituted this in for the vibrato. Instead of having to tab out the vibrato and sort of that sort of thing, this is purely just for me to understand where is the person going to be like vibratoing to. Is it a wide vibrato? Is it a narrow one? So yeah, this really helps me to just actually process what's happening. A bend like this doesn't always tell me exactly what I want to know, because it's not going to tell me exactly when is the bend going to go up. Like I can see it's going to be a half a semitone bend, but I don't know the arc of the bend. Like is it going to be a quick one? Is it going to be you sort of ease it up there, or is it just a gradual sort of gradient, or what is it? So sort of tabbing out a bend or a vibrato section with rhythmic subdivisions. It sort of just helps me understand what is going on visually. Obviously, at a later stage, I will be editing this to make it actually sound pleasant. But this is purely just to give me an understanding of the rhythm of everything. Again, rhythm is 90% of what's going on here. Like you can have a bunch of notes and everything. There are beautiful decorations with the slides and the pre-bends and everything that he's doing, but it helps me to just actually visualize what is going on. So we're almost done with section 1 simplified. So let's keep going. Oh boy. This part always sounded strange for me when I looked at the tab. I'm like, this doesn't seem right. But then when I looked at someone else's tab, but then when I listened to the solo numerous times, I'm like, okay, it does actually make sense. So just analyzing something, it's just crazy. Just on a side note, the hardest song I've ever learned was Winter Madness, and that's solo. I transcribed like this, but I have about 7 different versions of how I've transcribed it, just because it's so technical and there's so many different ways to play it, so many different finger groupings. You can substitute notes on this string for that string. I can choose a different sort of grouping of notes and then shift it. I can have odd groupings, even groupings on one string, but then I have to bear in mind my pick slanting. Now I dove really deep for that one. That one has like 7 or 8 different transcriptions. And I've looked at all the other original ones. I'll subscribe to Winterson's Patreon just so I can watch the lesson where they teach it. But like also some of the things, like they didn't teach it as exact as I would like. I also got the Troy Grady's Pixelantic Primer subscription, which came with an interview with Temo Montessori and then their tab of the solo, but I wasn't happy with it. I was like, this isn't going to work for me. So I redid it as well about 7 times. Now I'm finally happy with my version, but yeah, let me continue. So 50%. Sounds like just normal notes there. Okay, now we need to make a decision. Are we going to play it over there or there? Let's do it on the 6. Okay, that's not exactly there. Let me just fill the bar so I can see where the rest of the stuff lies. Okay, so that's a dotted one. Down, down, down. Down, 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 down. Okay. Then I want to play this on the 9. And it's going to be 6, 7. Okay, but then this is going to be 16th note. Down, down. Yeah, there we go. Because there's 6 and he bends it aggressively. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, down, down, down. Okay, so he's gonna be all the way there. So I'll have a dotted there. And then 1 down. Okay, so this is gonna be tied with that one. And then it's gonna be like that. You just vibrato this. Okay, so now we need to make another decision. We can shift our entire hand position, because right now we were very comfortable in like the 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sort of area. Like if I look at all the stuff, the 11s are purely vibrato and stuff, so our hand position hasn't changed yet. But now, over here, we're descending a little bit lower. So now we need to make a call. Are we going to play a 4 there, or are we going to play a 9 on the D string? These are the typical decisions I sort of make when I actually practice the song, because some things make more sense physically to play. Obviously the tone is different on each string, like yeah, that's much just the thing. Like if I play on the low E string above the 12th fret, doesn't sound as nice as if I'm playing like in the midsection of the fretboard on one of the higher strings. So these little decisions are where tabs, other people's tabs sort of mess with me, because then I can't really decide on what I want to play. So the same thing happens here. Okay, so it's just straight 8th notes. Okay, then I have to vibrato on there, or I can vibrato. No, okay, so it's gonna have to be over there. If I went the shifting position decision, then I would have to play it like this. Yeah, I think that's going to be better. So the string decision is also a really specific decision you have to make, because now it's going to sound different on each string. Huh. You have to know your fretboard really well to do this. Yeah, Kate. Oh, it's years of practice, but like it helps me just to understand what I'm doing when it comes to the solo. What's up, Rambo? Yeah. So just visually, I mean, I can actually just grab a fretboard here and do it like this, but it'll slow me down a little bit if I have to look at this thing versus just I know a 4 matches a 9 on the string, or a 5 matches a 10 on the string, etc. So it's like it just it becomes very, very natural, but you have to do it so flippin' much. Now I'm doing good, thanks to you, Rambo. Now the musical signs, like I don't really use the standard notation on the top. I only use these things for the rhythm. Like I can see these are all 8th notes, so I know there's going to be 8 of them in one bar. So that's easy. But actually knowing what these notes are, I have no freaking idea. Like what this note is. This is purely just a guitar tab. So each of these lines represents a string on the guitar. So I know this is the D string, the 4th string, and it's on the 4th fret. So this is a million times easier to understand as a guitarist than this top stuff. The top stuff is just for me for rhythm notation, because this bottom row tells me nothing about like rhythmically where is anything gonna happen. Oh, Mr. Doe, how's the bakery going? Oh. Okay, let me continue. Okay, there's a vibrato there. Okay, so 1, 2, go down. Okay, so that's gonna be 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. The bottom one is the only one that really matters. Like the rest is just irrelevant. But rhythmically, yeah. Same as any note for any instrument, F, A, C, E. Yeah, I get that. The problem is, now I can play this note there, and I can also play it there. So you see what happens. It's the same note, but it's on a different string. This is where guitar becomes a nightmare. Like if I play that, now I've got 3 notes. I've got the same note on 3 different strings. So now this is where the big problem comes with guitar, because the standard notation on the top will tell me nothing about where I'm actually playing it. So like as a guitarist, it really helps to have this bottom bit as well. The top is great for like timing and everything. If you're playing a linear instrument like a piano, this top part makes perfect sense, because you can only play an E3 at one place. No, fret, string placement, not even octave placement, string placement. Like I can play on the 14th fret of the high E of the low E string, will be exactly the same note as the 9th fret on the A string and the 4th fret on the D string. So now I've got exactly the same note, not an octave of the note, the exact same note in 3 different places, which is why standard notation makes learning sheet music as a guitarist so difficult, because it doesn't tell you any sort of positional context. So it really, sure. As a pianist, it makes a lot of sense to have this, because you can only recreate a specific note at one place. But as a guitarist, you have 6 pianos in front of you. So you have to choose which piano are you going to be playing on. So that's, I guess, the problem we run into as guitarists. You run into it a little bit as well with, let's say, a bowed instrument like a cello or a violin. But the thing is, their instruments are tuned in fifths instead of fourths and a major third, the way guitars are tuned. So the interval spacing is a bit more broad, and when something is written for a cello or a violin, you sort of, there's this implicit understanding of you're going to position 1, position 2, position 3. It's not as rigid and structured and defined when it comes to guitar. Like guitar is sort of figure it out. Like it's a little bit of a different ball game when it comes to learning the guitar, but it also makes it much more exciting, because you're not limited. You don't have to play it exactly the way someone else played it. Maybe you're able to stretch a bit further. Maybe you prefer rolling, you prefer playing vertically. Like let's say maybe you prefer playing like that instead of horizontally on the fretboard. That is purely up to taste. So yeah, that's how it goes. Okay, so this is going to be tied. So ding ding ding. I think that's going to be a dotted note. Okay, piano is kind of like that too. Every 7 keys is a new octave. Yes. So the thing is, you can every 7 keys is a new octave. Well, technically every 12 keys. Like you have the black keys as well. So you have your 1 octave, and then you go to your next octave, and then your next octave. That's perfectly fine. But the thing is, you can't play the same pitch at a different place on the piano. You can play the same note an octave higher or an octave lower, but you can't play that exact same note, that exact same pitch at a different place on the piano. On the guitar you can. That's the main difference. But yeah, you just have to know the song. I guess that's about it. Yeah. Oh man, I just hope I'm not butchering any of the terminology. My wife is a professional pianist, so I really hope I'm not ruining it. Okay, so that's gonna be not a dot, but a and then it sounds like I'm gonna go. So this is a perfect example now. So I can play this note over there and stay in the same current position that I'm in now, or I can shift up over there. Same note. Same note, different string. So now I can make a decision here and say, I want to stay in this low position, or I can shift to a higher position. But it all depends on what I have to play next. So I'll have to listen to what's coming next. Okay, so it's a bit higher, so I'm going to have to shift there. So, yeah, just go. Yeah. Yeah, shame. Oh man, I love her so much. Oh, no, she's really, really a next level pianist, a classical pianist. So, she plays things that are so ridiculously complicated from memory without sheet music in front of her, and it's like a 40-minute piece. I'm just like, what the flip? No, she's incredible. Usually just play the chord note. That easily transitions to the next chord or note. Yeah, that makes exact sense. So that's exactly what we're going for. But sometimes, especially with your picking hand, if it's really fast, it does help to sort of rearrange where you're playing something, just so that you don't have to use too much movement or unnecessary movement. No, we don't have a piano in our house yet. She has a grand piano at her office at the university. So she practices on that. It's a beautiful Steinway grand piano. So it's a gorgeous, gorgeous thing. Now, we don't really have space for a piano in our house. We will, like, when we buy our own house one day, then we'll get I'll definitely be getting a really nice piano. But yeah, for now, like, yeah, she can just practice there. Pianos are good. Music composition, incredibly good. Like, piano is one of the most free instruments because it's like you can play rhythm and melody at the same time. You can do different voicings and everything. So it's an incredibly versatile instrument. So she's incredible. No. Compact piano unfortunately won't work. She's used to the extremely high quality stuff. So unfortunately not. Oh man, it'll be the equivalent of me, or her buying me, let's say, like a ukulele or something. Oh man, it'll be bad. Oh. Yeah, 88 weighted keys. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It has to be weighted. I mean, we can get an upright piano, but like a grand piano or a baby grand will be great. Yeah. The bigger ones are incredibly expensive. Like a Steinway, a really good Steinway, because it's not mass manufactured. It's made by hand, like each one individually. So that'll be, like, in dollar terms, I believe about $200,000. Oh my word. But I said, like, so if she gets a Steinway, I get to have the equivalent in dollar terms in guitars. So I'm going to buy quite a few guitars with $200,000. Oh man. Yeah, no, it gets incredible. But I don't think we'll get a Steinway. It's ridiculously overkill. Plus, she has one at the studio. Yeah, $200,000. It's crazy. So, like, yeah, Rambo. It's insane. So she can practice on the one at the university, in her office and on the stage and everything. At our house, we'll probably have like a really good Yamaha or something, like an upright piano, Yamaha Bundscript or something. As long as the push action is fine. That'll be significantly more affordable. That'll be maybe like $10,000, which is still a lot. It's a lot of money, but I mean it's not 200,000. So so when it sounds like for practicing, you have a 1929 Hackney upright. Oh my word! Yeah, some of these old pianos are just incredible. My one of the places where I go hunting, they have a piano that was gifted to them way back by, I think, Queen Victoria, the first or the second. I'm not sure. South Africa used to be a British colony, so it was like, yeah, it was a thing. So it was gifted by the Queen. So they still have it, but it hasn't been tuned in decades. Yeah, no, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yeah, yeah. Oh man. Well, let me get back to it. Let's check how we're gonna go here. So I'm gonna shift position here because I want to get to that thing. It's definitely a historic piece. Yeah, it's a really beautiful like thing. Like if you look at I think the piano keys are ivory because that's the way it was back in the day. So yeah. Okay, so that's 12, but now I can play the 12 there, or I can go there. So again, Mr. Do. Now I need to make another decision of, am I going to go higher on the fretboard or just higher on the strings? Okay, I'm going to go higher on the strings. So let's go. So 5, 9. I could also be here. 9, 6. Yeah, let me do that. Then I don't have to shift 2 positions. I'll let the progression guide me on that. Yeah. Fair. So, I also know just how my hands sort of feel about it. Yeah. But I mean, this is subject to change. Like, I'm just trying to make sure what would make more sense for me. I also like playing even numbers on strings. I don't really like playing 3. Even though you're 3, I can just pick the initial one an extra time. Okay, so that's going to be a little bit of an arpeggio. Okay, so that's going to be a normal one. Short stub bounce, I kind of have to really play. Yeah, I get you, dude. I also don't have the biggest hands. So I always like getting a 25.5 inch scale guitar. I had to sell my 27-inch guitars because it's just too much of a stretch. But yeah, no, I cannot play piano. Oh my word, I've always wanted to. I went for piano lessons when I was like, I think 5, but it didn't really stick. Okay, so we're playing a full arpeggio here. Okay. Okay, that sounds a bit faster. Dun, 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 dun. Let me rather listen to the original. Slow it a little bit more down. Okay, so it's not what I thought initially. So it's gonna be. It's the end of the week. Need to go to job. Yeah, man. Please rest well, man. It's gonna be the start of another week. So rest well, and yeah, hope you can have a blessed week, man. Cheers, Rambo. Okay, that sounds like a triplet. Dun, dun, dun. Rambo. Yeah, that sounds right. Okay, so we're gonna bend. But from where? So we can bend from there. 1, 2, 3. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. 2, 3. and then he sort of dips into, so it actually bends from the 8 to go up to the 9. Like there, it's like da da da, like a little bit of an arc there. So yeah, like a whammy bend or a pre-bend. Like maybe he already started on the 7 and he bent it before he picked it. So then it sounds like a 9, and then he returns down and up again like that. So it could be something like that, or it could be a whammy bend. 1, 2, 3. I think it's gonna be like. Get into this part. Okay. I'm barely just laying out the skeleton now. I'll fix all the articulations and the little details at a later stage. I really just want to get the rhythm and the basic notes down so that it just makes sense for me to progress. If I had to focus on every nuance now, it's going to take forever. Probably a pre-bend. Yeah, you're right. You sort of wanna do dive bombs with it. So no, that does make sense. One, two, tick it down. One, two. And then he jumps up quite high. Sounds like a mono arpeggio. Yeah. So now we have to jump to a section. So, yeah. So it sounds like he's pulling off. Yeah. Okay, so that sounds like triplets. So. Past the 12th fret. Yeah. 10. Okay, so now we can go 9 or 14 over there. What's next? Okay, so then it's going to be a 10. Ding. Oh no, not T. So. Oh, and then my favorite section in the whole solo. This is just so cool. Dude, that bend is just like, oh man, that bend is just everything. Like everything about this section is just so, so cool. This section 4 and 5 is my favorite. Like it's just so melodic and musical and just tasteful. It's just, oh my word. Dude, that bend is just flames. Oh my word. 16 to 30 seconds, too fast for me. He's at least not playing 30 seconds yet. Like it's arpeggiated. Yeah, like there's so many different approaches to being able to play at these sorts of speeds. Like yeah, it's there are so many different approaches. Everything goes back to basics, really, like your actual technique, your motion, your hand position. What are you using to actually pick? Are you using your fingers? Are you using your elbow? Are you using your wrist? Some people, when they have to play really fast, they sort of flex their arm and then they shake it like this, and then you sort of feel it in your entire arm, and it's not a controlled motion. You sort of want to use your wrist for the majority of the thing. Here's the thing, I'm a drummer. There we go. But I mean, as a drummer as well, you have a lot of economy of motion. Like you don't pull the stick up when you hit it down. When you hit one, like the thing rebounds, and then you sort of have that energy to hit again. So you sort of ding, ding, ding. So you don't really push down and pull up. It automatically pulls up. So you use that same momentum to play another note. If you're doing like doubles or something, yeah, exactly, wrist control. If you're using doubles or something, it's a little bit more difficult because then you have to do really, really fast. But I think the scientific term for that is recuperation of mechanical energy, something like that. So you use the momentum and the twitch of your wrist. Like if I shake my wrist like this, you'll see my wrist even bounces a little bit back up. It's the same thing. This bounce back motion, this energy, is something you can utilize and tap into when you're playing drums. Same with guitar. We do it the whole time when we're picking. Sort of I pick, and then to stop, I have like a block there. Then I have to sort of keep going. Yeah, crazy. 45 years, man. I saw this one joke about like I was gonna say it to you now, but I thought maybe not. I've been a drummer for 45 years. Oh, that must mean you're very good. And then it's like that Pepe the Frog meme where he's just crying like, yeah. It's like, I've been playing guitar for 20 years, and it's like, oh, that must mean you were really good. I was like, I don't know how to tell you this, man. Oh, damn. Just a oh, man. Yeah, no, precisely. But, yeah. No, it's really good to play an instrument. Like, it's one of the most beautiful things, really, for me. It's just like that, and eating is just, it's just life. Being able to play an instrument and then also being able to eat well, because like there's depending on your society and everything, like there's an entire process involved for food. Where we are, it's very agricultural, so you are one with the soil, and you plant your crops and you harvest them yourself, and then you take it into the kitchen, you clean them, you cut them up, you prepare them, and then you feast as a family. So it's like it's such a beautifully human experience. And then with music as well, it's sort of it is the part of it. It sort of tells the story of the hunt, or the hardship with the soil where the rain didn't come, or like music and just food just really, they're just such human things for me. So I really, really enjoy them. like to play other instruments, but everyone wants to play drums, which I do enjoy, but I can play others. Yeah, the thing is, if you're a drummer, there's a short supply of drummers. Like, we need a lot of drummers. There's an oversupply of acoustic guitarists, vocalists, and electric guitarists. Like, if you play bass or drums, every single band will want you to play session drums for them or session bass, because there's just so few that want to do it. Even though it can be extremely technical, it's just not the immediate thing people see. People see the person singing, for instance, like a person hitting like an E5, and you're like, what? Crazy. Or just doing all these riffs, or the charisma of it is like very sort of visible. But without a solid drummer, every single set is doomed. There is there is nothing worse than playing with a drummer who cannot keep time or cannot play in the pocket or anything. It is such a pain. You can be the greatest band. The bass can be on fire, guitars, everyone can be great. But if the drummer's off, it is just the most painful experience ever. Oh my word. Oh, I actually really do enjoy playing banjo, bluegrass. I'm from Southeast USA. Oh man, that is so cool. Like bluegrass. Bluegrass is one of the styles of music that I've recently got into it. I never really knew what it was called. But it's pretty much, it's a sped up version of what we call Boeremusik in South Africa. So my forefathers, or whatever you want to call them, we played Boeremusik, and it's like a much slowed down version of bluegrass. Now that I actually look at it, it's very folk based, but it does sort of have the emphasis on the 1 and the 3 instead of the 2 and the 4. But yeah, like syncopation on banjo and drums is very similar. Yeah, it's so freaking cool. Like if I could play like Billy Strings, then I know I can play bluegrass. Like, he is phenomenal. He's one of the great talents of this generation. He's just insane. First time I heard Dust in a Baggie, I was like, what? He's incredible. I cannot handle it. He's just so clean, so distinct, and then he sings at the same time, and he can play electric as well. He does all these things. I'm just like, dude, he's like the best flat picker ever. And then you get other players like Molly Tuttle, who's just, oh my word, and Andy Woods. Same with like the mandolin stuff. Like, these guys are just insane. I feel like if I went to Nashville in America, oh my word, no, I will be humbled in like the first 2 seconds. It would be absolutely crazy. Roy Clark, I've heard of him, but I have not actually seen him play. I'll definitely, let me add that to my list, because, oh man, Jerry Reed. I'm very new in the bluegrass sort of thing. Like, I only recently, sort of, I think maybe a year or two ago, really discovered bluegrass and got into it. I always thought like bluegrass was country, and then I listened to country and I'm like, this isn't as cool as I thought it. Because it wasn't bluegrass, I thought it wasn't cool, and I thought bluegrass and country were the same thing. So then I sort of wrote bluegrass off until I realized, oh wait, this is a totally different thing. So let me check. Roy Clark, Doc Martin as well. Jerry bluegrass folk bass, but faster pace. It's so freaking cool. There's another really good bluegrass guy. I think his name is Trevor Hensley or Terry Hensley or something like that. Just insane insane. Let me write this stuff down. So Earl Scruggs. Yeah, dude. Oh man, I'm gonna listen to all this. Raymond Fairchild. Uh, okay, so Jerry Reed. I didn't have that one yet. Jerry Reed. I have on my phone auto-corrected to Royal Clark instead of Roy Clark. It's feel very near where I live. Man, like it's so crazy for me that America is just so big. Um, it's just huge. Like what state? Um, what state are you from? Like if you're south, hold on, let me don't tell me yet. Don't tell me yet. Southeast USA. Okay, so it'll be like Alabama, Arkansas. Okay, South Carolina. My bad. I should have prefaced it. Okay, so like there's Texas at the very bottom, and then to the right of that, I think I'm not exactly sure what's exactly to the right of it. I know there's Alabama, Arkansas, Mississippi, um, Louisiana, South Carolina. What's that other place? A place with New Orleans, Georgia. Um, yeah, it's all these famous places that I just hear in songs. Yeah, North Carolina. If I was to live in America, I would also live in the South, the southern area. It's just like everything I see about the people is they're very similar to like my state here in South Africa. So it just seems like I would feel at home. I would get myself a cattle ranch, a nice cattle ranch, and some maize, some maize fields, some corn fields. Yeah, I keep forgetting. There's different names for everything in different countries. Over here we call it mealies, but the English people call it maize, and in America I believe it's corn. Corn. Live on the coast, upper northeast coast. Upper northeast corner. So North Carolina, because of South Carolina, man. It's also crazy. There's like 40,000 young South Africans who are farming in America. Like we, or not we, like South Africans sort of work there on the farms as just laborers, and then they come back to South Africa with, I think it's like $40,000. That's what they get paid for the year, and to Americans that's like nothing. You know, most of the Americans say like, you know, you need six figures, $100,000 and everything. In South Africa, $40,000 is like, oh my word! No, that is fantastic. That is incredible. For like, you can, just to give you an idea, you can buy a house here in South Africa with about $80,000. So and it'll be a really good house, like a really great house, like a 4-bedroom house, with $80,000. So people work on the farms in America for maybe 2 years, and come back, buy a house cash. Incredible. So yeah, North Carolina border on the ocean. Huh. Damn, dude. Oh, America, the land of the free, the home of the brave. Oh, so cool. Let me check this bit. There's an old country boy. Yeah. Oh man, yeah. Ah, that's the way we were made to live. So yeah, rural America is just just sounds like the dream. Okay, so let me slow this up. so that's gonna be do that. Looks neater. Let me do it even neater. Get rid of that one. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so that's gonna be a 16th note. Okay, so I think I'll do it on the 14th. Damn. Okay, so I can play it like that or like that. Nah, let me take it on the 10 and then slide up. Sounds like a normal arpeggio. Huh? That sounds like a maybe a bit of a mistake. But I'm gonna assume he wanted to play. Yeah, string noise, yeah. Maybe if I make it triplets. Yeah, that sounds better. And then the best bend ever. Oh my word. Oh my word. Oh, that thing just finishes. Okay, then it's a triplet. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. What time is it in South Carolina at the moment? In South Africa, it's about 8:30 in the evening. So I think it'll probably be like 10 o'clock in the morning. No. Let me say I'm gonna guess about 2 p.m. No. Yeah, let me guess 2. Oh, wow. Very close. Very close. Yeah. 2 p.m., 2:30 p.m. Yeah. Oh, nice relaxing Sunday afternoon in South Carolina. Yeah. Yeehaw. Yes, he bends high. Okay, so he's gonna do like a 3 semitone bend. Okay, so that's gonna be one, two, tick-a-day. 1, 2, tick-a-day. Sounds like something like that. Oh, such a cool part of the song. Oh my word. Okay, so then 1, 2, 3. It sounds like. Boom, boom. Okay, now that must be a 16th. Okay, so he slides down, it sounds like it. Okay, so he's going to play that on the same string. I just want to hear what he's like. Does he stay on that string? Because if he does, then he's going to go there. What mode is the song using? The thing is, it pretty much is using the Aeolian mode, the minor scale, the natural minor scale. But then the thing is, they throw in a different chord, which sort of breaks the sort of nature of what they're playing. So they have like 4 chords in the progression. So it's like a 6. It sounds like a sharp or a major 2 or a sharp 2 maybe. Like I'll have to have my guitar next to me. It could be an accidental as well, but it's like it's this it's an outside chord. So like I can quickly. So it's like no. There we go. So there's that note. That one. So it is that's the home chord. So it'll be a what'll that be? A B minor. And then they go to a. Is this program telling you? No. This is purely like just the major scale. I'm sort of just hearing what is right and what's wrong. Like you can set it to that. Like if I go to here and then I choose a specific key. Like if I like choose, say, natural minor B, then it'll sort of give me an indication of what it could be. Well, the thing is, this song uses those outside notes. So like this one, for instance, is it uses that G sharp, which is not in it. In the first bar we have 19, 19, 18, 19. Let me quickly have a look over here. That bit. So, are you asking for what that part is? So that's, he's bending it up to it sounds like a D. Try 19, 19, 7, 18. 17, 18, 19, 19, 17. 17, 18. Let's have a listen. Doesn't sound quite right. Yeah, it could be the 17 actually. You might be right. What happened to my screen? Where is it? Could actually be a 17 there. Yeah. It might be just slowed down, but it's also the wide vibratos that he's doing. So and then he might just bend that 18 upper semitone and vibrato it there. Like maybe it's like something like this. Maybe something like this. Something like that, maybe. But I'll figure that out when I actually have my guitar with me. But yeah, no, that's a very good observation. Yeah. Like I was wondering, like something does sound a little bit off. So yeah, no, that does make a bit more sense. Let me check. I just want to finish this last section. It sounds closer, but it's fair. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's gonna be 16 notes. Da, 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 da. Oh no, 16. Okay, then it sounds like 12 again. Okay, that sounds like triplets. Da, 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 da. So it's gonna be eighth note triplets. Da, da, da. That sounds like a diminished there. Huh? Yeah. That can maybe be over there. So okay, so I'm gonna go 13, so 16, 12, 12, 13. Going down to the 10 might not be practical. So let's. But then he's gonna. No, it might actually be more practical because I'm gonna have to go back down again. Da, da. Bye, donkey. Say me bright. Bend or slow? I think it's gonna be a bend, like but a pre-bend as well. Like No. I think it might be a slow actually. You might be right. Don't know if I can do a slow here. It's all these different articulations. Yeah. Not sure what it actually looks like. Huh. Because he's bending up to the 12. Sure. The battery's almost klar. Yes, please. Let me sort out the articulations at a later stage. Okay, so that sounds like triplets. Ah. But does he slide there? Does sound like it. Yep. Cool. Let me have a listen to it. It's a lot of progress. Okay, that part I'm gonna have to work on. Oh. Yeah, no, these tools are incredible. Oh man, like very, very lucky to be living in this age of technology. Because yeah, my parents also had a bunch of cassette tapes and everything. We never really use them anymore, but I mean, we still have them. But yeah, I know you had to use the pencil and everything. We had a, I think it's called a VHS, like a video tape machine or something like that. Like this giant, sort of, almost like a book that you shove into the the player, and then you also have to rewind it and everything. And it's like, oh man. Oh, and then you can tape over what was already on there. I had, I think, a bunch of Tom and Jerry marathons and Scooby Doo marathons when I was young, and I just watched them over and over. Oh, I really enjoyed the Tom and Jerry ones. Yeah, VHS movies. Also, Lord of the Rings I had, and Star Wars. I watched all of those when I was younger on VHS, and it was just like, oh man. I remember watching Return of the Jedi on VHS, and it's just like every single time I'm just like, I get so freaking emotional when Luke sort of just refuses to give into the dark side, and then his father sort of dies there, and it's like, you know, the breathing, the and I'm like, oh my word, that's so sad. Oh, but it was a great movie. What's up, Sumed? How you doing, man? Oh, yeah, great movies. Oh, yeah, they really screwed everything with the sequel trilogy. I was so disappointed. I had such high hopes for it, but like I grew up obviously with the prequels, and I understand the hate, but like there's also just enough redeemable qualities about it. Like Darth Maul is just one of the most epic villains for me. Like it sucks that they killed him off, but I mean like, oh my word, he's just so badass. Like the dual lightsaber. Oh my gosh, his voice. Even though it's not actually the actor's voice, they had a different actor sort of do the voiceovers for him. But like just the martial arts sort of thing, and just he's just so menacing and just awesome. And yeah, like number two, just with all the Jedi. I wish they focused a bit more on the clones. Like I think they spent the first half of Attack of the Clones was just like it was establishing stuff, but I feel like that could have been part of a series or something. They should have jumped straight into Geonosis, and then I would have been fine. And then episode 3 was just a masterpiece. Like, oh my word. I mean, sure, cringy dialogue, certain things, whatever. But damn, man, those lightsaber battles were just so fun. Yeah. So the first Star Wars had a drive in back in 1977. Oh my word. Yeah, I think the first one came out then. Yeah, A New Hope. Yeah. Oh man, it's a great movie. Oh. But what is number 5 called again? Is that Empire Strikes Back? It's just fantastic. It's a great freaking movie. Oh my word. Oh, fantastic movie. Oh man. Emperor Palpatine as well, just so good. So incredible. Oh man, I really enjoyed it. Let me just slow this down again. Let me just make this 7. I'm not actually going to play that 10 ever. Just hear what's happening here. Make that a triplet. Oh no, then it's going to mess up the whole bar. I'll make this one a triplet as well. I can cheat. Touchy animals. Oh man, sweet. Yeah, no, enjoy that. I've got a bunch of sheep as well, like over here by me. A bunch of sheep and also ducks. Not many chickens, but yeah, and some spring buck. So yeah, but awesome, man. Really enjoy the company. It'll be really cool to have you, Mr. Doe. Enjoy your bakery, and yeah, really cool. Thanks for the help as well. It really does help. I'm also gonna call it for now. I'm a little bit tired. See you next one, man. I'll finish the rest of this probably in the next stream. But yeah, cheers, man.